Technics receiver has finally ran into a problem. Now there's no audio coming out of it whatsoever through any of these ports back here. So I'm gonna have to rip it apart and investigate, see what I can find. Hopefully it's something simple. I do know that this thing had some solder joint issues because sometimes with the center speaker, if you tap right here, the center speaker wouldn't work, and if you keep tapping it, eventually it would work. So there is some breaks in the PCB by where the heat sink is. Now apparently that is a known issue on these type of amps, and hopefully it's just that, and it's nothing with like the module itself. So I don't know. I'm gonna rip the whole thing apart. I want to reflow a lot of the solder points anyways. That was something I wanted to do a while back, but I just completely ignored it. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plug it in, and I'm going to let you see it for yourself. Ignore the noise in the background. There's a hole that's digging in front of my house, so just, yeah, ignore that. But anyway, it's all plugged in. Oh, we help to turn that on. That's a bad start. So there is radio. Whoa! You weren't working yesterday, now you're working? Well, I'm going to take it apart anyway. And I'm going to fix a lot of the solder joints down at the bottom right here. Because most of the issues is right here. Even the fan wasn't working. Usually when you go to crank it up, the fan would actually start spinning too. So let's put this at VCR1. Yeah, the fan's not moving. Maybe I'll put the load on one of these ends here. Audio coming out of that, but she's cranked right now. Well, the fan's still not spinning. It should be spinning. So I'm going to have a look and follow the fan and see from there. But yeah, I want to fix these solder joints first. So I guess I'm happy that it's running. That's a good sign that it's not that right there. That is like $75 to replace right now in Canadian cash. And a good thing it's not that. I was kind of thinking maybe it's MOSFETs here on the sides. There's another two over there. Or, yeah, it could be in the solder joints, which that's what I want to fix up. But, yeah, that fan's not working at all. You see it right there. Now, these things are prone to heat. Like, this thing got really hot. It's one of the reasons why I had that on top and cut a hole at the top. I know it wasn't a smart idea because that looks really bad. But, yeah, it kept this thing nice and cool for a lot of years. Yeah, there's something wrong with the fan. But let's rip it apart. So it's all plugged in. I'm just kind of making sure that nothing is touching, because that would not be good. I do have a load on one of the ports here. I'm going to test to see if there's actually any power that's coming out of here. That's where the fan's plugged in. Maybe it's just some corrosion issues that can be easy to fix. So let's put you into DC. I believe it's DC power. Yet again, I don't know. I will find out. Okay, should we get the turn on? Okay. And let's put a load on you. I took the radio chip out too, so there's actually no radio whatsoever. Here, let's see. I don't know which one is what. Well, there's 5 volts coming out of it.
I want to apologize ahead of time that the quality of this video and the audio is not my first priority. I was recording on my phone, so my apologies. And I guess I'm better at a door than a window, but that definitely said 5 volts before it started to fluctuate. So I'm going to continue.
So that's good. It's just corrosion issues. Plus the fan's dead. And grab my bench power supply and test the fan. Okay, so it tells me the right one is the positive pin. I'm going to go get my bench power supply and go from there. Alright, from looking at the pinouts on the PCB, We know that it was giving off about 5 volts, so I'm going to bump this up to about maybe 2 volts. Actually, maybe about 1.5 volts. Yeah, that's good right about there. Let's see if the fan spins. Oh, the fan spins. That's good news. I'll clean up those pins. So far, just corrosion and dry solder points that I need to still fix. I wasn't very nice to this stereo a few years back. I was using it to blow speakers.
Oh, she's smoking. There it goes.
Burned quite a few of them out with it. Nowadays, I just want to actually use this thing. I don't want to ruin it. So this is the first time I have ripped this PCB apart to this point. I have taken it apart before, but it was just the back and the front. I had to do some work on the front some time ago. And, well, one thing that I don't like about this is we got connectors everywhere on the board. Connector for this cable, connector for that. There's connectors for that. There's connectors for this. But this one right here, this cable, that's attached to the transformer, does not have one. Look how small that sucker is. That means that this is connected to that, and what I have to do now is desolder these 3 right here, pull it from here, then this can separate from that. Why did they cheap out and then miss a connector? They should have a connector right here, but they don't. So that kind of sucks, and I don't have another connector that I can put into place. If I did, I would actually put one in here, but I don't. So I'm just going to have to desolder this, pull the pins, and then solder it back into place later. But the heatsink here is still attached to the PCB. I was going to take the screw out here, 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 and there, and just remove this from the heatsink, but I thought since the heatsink and the PCB motherboard can actually come out all in one shot, I can flip it around and then just do my soldering there without even having to remove this paste. I do have some type of thermal paste for CPUs, but I don't know if I should even bother. Maybe some other day I might just repaste this, but in the meantime I want to actually fix it first and just go from there. There has been some burn marks I have mentioned already. You can see that it got really hot here at one time. It got hot over here by the relay. That can't be oil at all. That's burn marks in the PCB. Got hot over here at one time too. I gotta be careful because these things might actually still be powered yet. I'm going to put a screwdriver over those to make sure they're discharged when I flip it over because I don't want to get shocked. I'm going to end up cleaning these here. I'm going to clean that pin out back here. I'm going to just try to reflow everything as best as possible. I might actually take the power board out here and just reflow everything too. This thing is old. It's just best to reflow all the points on the PCB. Although, you know, if I would actually be doing that, I would just replace every single cap on here, but I don't have bulk supply of capacitors. Someday I might actually do that, recap everything. I am a little worried though. It did get hot here. You can clearly see that, and down here. There has been scar marks on some things, like this board right here. It got hot there too. So, and this is for video. Why would the video board get hot? See that right there? That's burn marks. I know that because I've burned PCB boards before. And this one's fine. The radio chip. Oh no, this isn't the radio chip. I think this is one of the power drivers. Yeah, right here. Power module. You see it right there. So, and not sure what this board is yet. This is the front face. I did this some time ago. I noticed that the string is flickering a bit, so I'm going to have to go through all the traces here just to see if I screwed up at one time or something else has cracked. But yeah, there has been crack marks on here before. Yeah, there's a few traces right there that have been broken, so I had to jump those traces. You can see it went all the way up, so I hit those ones up there too. So there might be some more on here somewhere that I might have missed. But yeah, that's the front. This is the radio chip right here. Radio chip is fine. There's no burn marks or anything on there. The tuner chip even wrote right on it. I did some modifications to having an antenna built in on it. It's not that great, but it's better than having nothing. So you don't actually have to use this on the back. The transformer out, and just blew everything out here, all of it. And same thing with this. It was full of dust and all sorts of things. I'm going to clean that up. It's literally dirty. It's all dirty. So I'm going to use some Windex, just kind of clean all that up. Maybe a little bit on top there. And just places that's okay. And go from there. Well, Windex is quite useless in order to get rid of some of this grub on the bottom. It's all over the place. I did clean as much as I can on the inside there. Although I'm going to take it up another step. Zippo fluid should get all this crap off. Make it nice and clean. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Put a little bit on there. See how much it comes off. Oh, contact cleaner. This stuff don't want to come off. Well, looks like it isn't coming off. Not a big deal anyway. But oh well, as long as it works, right? So now I have the PCB that I'm going to be working on here. And this is where I'm going to reflow all the solder points. Some here. And all the way down there. And here. Now, some time ago, I was wanting to do this. I just never bothered because I noticed there was a short with my center speaker. If I wanted to tap on the heatsink, the center speaker would work. And that tells me that there is a short here. And hopefully that's the only ones. I personally would rather go through all of them, but I'm not going to. That's just going to take way too much time. But I'm going to take a look at most of the traces and just make sure that there's no cracks or anything where I'm going to actually have to have jumping wires. I don't want to do that, but if I have to, I will. Yeah, you can see that there's a burn patch here. There's another one down here. That's where it got hot the most. So I want to actually look through the microscope with this. Since I'm outside, I'm not going to bring out my good one. I'm just going to use a cheap one. I'm going to do it off cam. But if I do see any, I will record any breaks. But there might be some here. I don't know though. But yeah, I'm just going to go through all this and reflow as much as I can. This is how I'm going to go through every single one of them. Just using my microscope right here. This is just a cheap thing. And just want to have a look. I don't know if you can see that. But that will tell me if there's any micro fractures. Ooh, this solder stinks. So you can end up missing any type of solder joint in here quite easily, or a crack in one of the rails easily as well. You wouldn't know until you actually trace everything and then find out from there. So far it looks good, but I'm going to hit the spot where it got hot the most. Mix those up. You can see them right there. They look pretty good. And did some over here. Also check the microscope, make sure none are touching. And some right there. Did a few touch-ups in here. Not much. Same thing goes down here. Right now what I'm doing is I am looking at every single hole and everything around it, because if there's cracks, they would start there. And so far, everything looks okay. Yeah, that looks alright. I'm just gonna go through everything. Kind of looked like he was folding up right here a bit, but not bad. None in the stressed area here. I'm gonna redo these ones because this is a stressful location. But this is actually not bad at all. I thought this was gonna be worse. For the heck of it, I'm gonna do every single exit point around here as well. So reflow all that. Besides that, I honestly really don't see any more that need to be done. Yeah, just reflowed these, and then I came across this pin right here. I flowed this one. That one right there, I'm going to show you. Oh, crap. Oh, but I didn't bend anything back there. That sucked. Anyway, yeah, look how corroded this is. This is for the fan right here. And I am looking at this one pin. This one. I want you to see it on the microscope real quick. If I can show it to you. Kind of got things all over the place, but have a look right there. There's a microfracture there. You see that it's broken all the way around. So yeah, it's a good thing that I'm reflowing all these connections back here. Makes sense anyways, because that's where most of the stress points are, right? And that's what I'm doing, is going through all the stress points in the board and hopefully catching every single one of them. So that might have been my fan issue, but that's pretty corroded. Here, let's use the lights on this thing. Look how bad that is. You can kind of see that. I might have to show you this in the light later. Yeah, I'm going to have to show you in the light later. I just fixed it. Let's have a look at it now. Yeah, this would be it right here. This is the one that I just did. Yeah, it looks a lot better. You see it right here for yourself. Oh, crap, I hit the board. Yeah, right there. Sorry this camera doesn't go in all the way. This is just my phone. And another right here. At least I believe I did. It's starting to turn out to be one. Let's have a look at it. See it right there. It's either already cracked or it's starting to. So, yeah. That's another one. I haven't seen any up here, though. Strange. But at least I'm hitting the ones on the back here. I don't see any more stress cracks. I only saw 2, but I did reflow more than I thought I was going to. I at least thought maybe there might be some cracks. But other than that, it looks good. I think it will have to do. I'd like to hit every single one of these pins here with some contact cleaner. Clean up those contacts right there, but have a look at that. That's pretty gnarly. So I'm going to try to clean that up as best as I can, and same thing goes with the fan. I might want to bend them out a little bit, that way they can actually touch properly. Kind of thinking maybe a little bit of solder, I don't know. Might want to scrape that down a bit. Yeah, I'll probably just scrape that. Makes more sense. It's time to test and see if it turns on. There's still no radio chip in it yet. So even if it did turn on, all I can do is run through a test or plug something else in and feed audio through there. But I just want to see if it turns on first. I did make sure everything is connected. I did clean all the connectors, including the headset jack. Nothing is going to be touching while it's just sitting here free. It is plugged in, but it's not plugged into the wall yet. It's going through the center speaker for now. All right, let's see if it pops or works. Oh, it didn't pop. A standby light. Relay kicked in. It's all normal. Let's run through a test. Audio. Hear that sound? Tick, tick. It's running through all the channels right now. That's fine. Yeah, see, there's no tuner. You can try all you want, but it's not in there right now. That's good news. So far, so good. I'm going to put the back on now and put the tuner back in and see if that fan will actually spin. I did clean the contacts. I will show you that here right away as soon as I flip it around and unplug it. Right on my phone, I just want you to have a look at it. It looks a lot cleaner than what it was. Now it's kind of got that white crap still on it, but I'm going to try to clean up just a little bit more than that. For the fan one looks really good. Oh, look at that. That's super clean. That was completely black. So I really hope that's going to work. I did bend these forward, or bend them out a little bit. Hopefully that also helps to make proper contact. I'm not going to bother with this PCB yet. I'm eventually just going to go through it all another day. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I don't know. But it's fine for now. Okay, it's time to put this thing back on. Good. Screwed into place. Held on by one screw. There we are. See if that fan's gonna work. Flip you around, turn you on. See if this fan moves. Let's grab the phone. Turn up the volume. Please move. Is the radio on? Yeah, the radio's going. Okay. I'm unplugging you. I am not touching you. There. Guess there wasn't a load yet. Try that again. There's the radio. Let's go to VCR 1. Yeah, that fan's still not going. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Well, I'm going to take this back off again and grab my multimeter. Multimeter. So I already know the fan actually works. I tested that with my bench power supply. This was kind of erratic last time though. Let's see what it's at now. See if we can get some light on that so you can see it yourself. $307 millivolts on that. Still drawing something. Why are you at minus? The reverses? What's up with that? I'm going to put a little bit of a load on it, and I'm most likely going to be muting this part when audio is playing. So there's voltage coming through it, so there's a connection issue in between the fan and that then. Just to fully make sure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some alligator clips and I'm going to manually connect it. Thought I cleaned it properly. I scraped it up a bit more in hopes that would help. I'm thinking, if this doesn't work, I'm going to stick a couple of these in here and just snip them off. I got a bag full of springs. That may help too. That way it just pushes it out while the fan's trying to push them in. That way they can connect better. But yeah, I'm going to plug this thing in and then try it again. Are you getting stuck on something? Okay, I'm not putting the screw in yet. Nothing's touching right now. Turn you on. I'll turn you on. Fan's working. Heck yeah. See if it'll continue to work. Well, I'll put that screw back in. Oh, a lot of air. Alright. That's normal. So it's all together now. Put all that back in. All the wiring is done. I just got to zip tie that back together. That board is in. This screw, there's a crack on there. I would actually have to fix that, but I'll do that the day that I pull this thing off and just check on my wiring, because there is a little bit of flickering going on that screen. And yeah, everything's good to go now. I'm going to put the cover back on. I'm going to flip it around and just make sure all the ports on the back are working, except for the auxiliary ports. Actually, I should check them too, so I did a little bit of soldering. That would be a smart thing to do. I brought up my old iPod in order to record audio. I would use my phone, except for it's being used for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, before I do, I got this thing set up. I'm tired of twisting the wires. Let's plug you into, you can do VCR ones first. Just want to make sure it works. And plug you in. You even hit play? No. Help if I hit play. I'm going through everything right now. Make sure it's all working. What's troublemaker? Works. It's all working. It's good. Fan's working. Awesome. I am happy with that. It's functioning as it should, which is good, because now I can get back to what I want to do with it. I will show you the display that I was talking about. And we'll look right there. And see the display? The sectors on that display? They're showing, they shouldn't be showing. So there's some wiring issues that I need to check out there. It's probably my patch job that I did, or I missed one. I don't know. I would have to go through it all. I'll do that on another video. But yeah, she works. Oh, I'm going to be building a stereo. Usually I blow speakers, but these ones I kept. So I'm thinking of building a little stereo out of some circuit board stuff that I purchased off of Banggood. That's going to be my right, my left, my subwoofer. It's going to be a 3-channel, no, 2-channel, 1 sub. 50 watt for left and right, and 100 watt for sub. It's definitely enough for these little tiny guys. I think these are 4 ohms. I would have to check it again on the multimeter. I think that's a 6. No, those are 4 ohms. I think that's 6 ohms. So I'm going to have to connect them both together to, you know, make sure it's in the proper impedance range for my new stereo I'm going to make. I'm not really sure how I'm going to design it yet. Thinking of doing something similar to like this, but it's going to be better. I was going to go with 2 of these for tweeters, but whatever. So this subwoofer actually came out of an old Panasonic DVD player that I had. It was a 5-channel DVD player. So if you want to check that out, you can. Here's some tweeters. So this is going to be my low, my mids, my high for each side. These I'm not using. They're just going to sit there. But yeah, I'm going to connect them together. I just want to hear how they sound as it is. It's the whole reason for this the stereo. I was trying to test them last time and I wasn't getting any sound out of it whatsoever. So now it's fully working. I can go ahead and deal with that. See, I don't even have to worry about that fan in the back. I just wanted it to work because I got these 2 right here. Turn it off. Which I've already showed you guys these last time. Yeah. So this is how I have it set up temporarily. I just wanted to test these speakers. I got the tweeter there, mid, low. Same thing on this side, and this one right here. And just want to hear it. It will sound a lot better in this after. Not the best stereo to test this stuff on because it's blown plenty of speakers before in the past. Just these right now, and with this as well now. Not bad. Hopefully you guys like this video of me fixing my amplifier. It's nice to know that it's working again. I was able to test those other speakers, which I'm happy. They sound quite nice, although they're not that nice until you put them in a box, and then you'll really know, right? But I have noticed another issue with this, and there's supposed to be a light here, either auto, manual, or lock. It's not working, so yeah, I'm gonna have to make another video on this thing and check out the front face here, see if I can do some fixes. But yeah, this thing only had a couple of solder breaks from what I was able to see, and corrosion. And I might have fixed a hidden issue by reflowing some of the solder where the heat sink is and everything there. But this thing is in pretty bad shape, I know, and you guys are probably hating the idea of having that on there. But I was a teenager when I did that, and I think the reason for the burn marks is because I had Sony Explodes 1100 watts attached to this thing, and this thing got really hot quick. And it might be due to that or me blowing speakers over the years. Either way, I don't know. It works though. It'd be nice to find some knobs for this. I did clean these out, and same thing with these two here. So they're good to go as well. But anyway, that's it. Hopefully you enjoy. Please rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.